Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I love to share my favorite products with you guys, and I know it's really helpful, especially if you're a beginner or maybe you're just like a makeup lover who just wants to try something new but you really don't want to waste your money on a product that's not going to be that good. So I usually do my monthly favorites, but I had recently done a video about my favorite drugstore foundations and high-end foundations, and I definitely think people found that really helpful. I geared that towards dry skin because that is the skin type that I have, so I can definitely be helpful in that arena. And so I kind of wanted to expand that and do kind of different categories, and just as the different categories go around, it's just like, okay, do I have a lot of products to kind of share in those categories? And the two categories that I wanted to share were my favorite drugstore bronzers and drugstore highlighters. So in this video, and I was like, oh, which one should I do? Which one should I post first? So I think this video, I'll do my favorite bronzers slash contours, and then in the next video, which I'm going to be wearing the exact same thing, I'm going to be filming it right after this, is going to be my favorite drugstore highlighters. And if you want to see my favorite high-end highlighters or high-end bronzers and contour powders, definitely let me know and I can do a video on those as well. But I happen to know that people prefer maybe the drugstore, the affordable, and it'll be drugstore slash affordable because I am throwing in some Colourpop, which honestly, the Colourpop items that I have are maybe even cheaper than some of the drugstore products that I will be mentioning. So hey, let me help you save even more money. So if you guys are interested in my favorite bronzers slash contour powders, then definitely keep on watching. So these are the current bronzers and contour powders that I've tried. I know there's probably a bunch of different drugstore affordable products that I have not tried yet. So if you have some of your favorites, definitely list it down in the description box. And maybe I have tried them, but just they weren't my ultimate favorites. So my first favorite, and I'm looking at my pile over here, I have so many, and I'm doing a mix of bronzers and contours. Some people like the contour bronzers, some people want bronzers, contours. Like, I feel like they can be like slash kind of interchangeable. I know for different reasons, but you use them as you want. I just couldn't choose. I want to do bronzers or just contours. Like, we can combine those two. So the first one that I want to mention, this is the NYC Sunny Bronzer, and I think Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in the shade Sunny. I think they have it in multiple colors. But if you are an OG Nicole Guerrero fan, then you know about the NYC bronzer. This is definitely based off of one of her recommendations. This is the first bronzer that I ever used. I didn't start wearing like face makeup till I was about 21. I would use like eyeliner and mascara. I would do mostly eyes, and not until I think college I started experimenting with like foundations and all that stuff. And I remember she had kind of mentioned this one, and I had never used a bronzer before, and oh my god, it wasn't the best. I remember I was like, can I see it? Can I see it? It's also in like a dark like apartment, not the best lighting. So I was like, oh, maybe if I keep adding it. Also, I think I didn't put on foundation either. So I was just trying to, you know, put on my face, see if I could see anything. Like, I don't see anything. And then my boyfriend came over and he's like, what's that on your face? Like, was that mud or what's going on there? I was like, no, I was experimenting with bronzer. He's like, oh. So I think we've gotten a little bit better. We've advanced a little bit, but I think this is a great affordable bronzer, either if you're a starter or you just want to save some money when you learn how to use bronzer and not go too hardcore. The key is try to get good lighting when putting on your makeup, because even now, if you know, are like not wanting to turn on the lights because someone's falling asleep, you don't want to wake them up, or you just don't have good lighting, you'll see the difference in the sunlight and the daylight. But this bronzer, I love the formula for the price. NYC products in general are really affordable. I love this one. This is definitely on the warmer side. Definitely on the warmer side. Actually, this is kind of from like my tan right now. This is probably even too light. So if you're my normal skin shade minus the tan, my arms are a lot tanner than my face right now. But I definitely recommend, this is definitely one of my favorite ones for the drugstore, and the fact that it even has a mirror for that price, I think is really great. Another bronzer that I love is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, just because it's such a delight to use. It definitely has that like, oh, so nice comforting coconutty smell. I love busting this out like in the summertime especially, but even in the winter, like whatever season it is. I think the formula is so smooth. Like, I just love swirling my hand in there. It just feels incredibly smooth. It's not too warm. That's what I love about this one. The one thing I will say is that I have mine in the shade bronzer, and I think the other shade they have is like light bronze, or it's a lighter shade, and this is the shade that I chose, which is good for me, which isn't too dark. So I feel like that's the downfall from this product. So if you have skin that's tanner than mine, darker than mine, you're not like, this is gonna do anything for you. And for me, that's definitely a drawback from Physicians Formula. I feel like their color selection is pretty god awful. They really don't cater, barely maybe cater to medium skin tone, but like I feel like my skin tone maybe a hint tanner. You can probably get away and try some of their products, but I feel like they really need to work on that. I don't know if they do it on purpose, but it's like, come on, people are darker, tanner than most of your shades that you have. So I would say, but the butter bronzer, if you're lacking in the tanning area, in the tan skin, deeper skin tone area, you fall in the lighter spectrum, I think this would be a good one that's maybe not too dark, because I know some people might be more on the fair side and maybe they feel like bronzers where they only kind of have like one universal shade, they feel like that's too dark, which is understandable. I feel like I definitely have encountered some of those products, but if you feel like the bronzer is a little bit maybe too dark, they have one that's like way lighter that would suit fair skin tone. So if you're in that category, maybe this would be one that you would really like. Another bronzer, a newer one that I picked up, this is the number 7 bronzer. So number 7, they had recently started adding this brand to like Walgreens and Target, so I was excited because I think, did they have it at Target for a while? I don't even know. I forgot where I had seen it before, and they now have it at Ulta as well. And I think at most of the places you can kind of swatch all the products. No, they did have it at Target for a while, but I was like, I don't know anything about you. But I know for sure at like Walgreens and Target you can swatch the products, test it out, see color match, which makes it really easy. And this is their bronzer. I picked up mine in the shade Gold Sand, which I love the fact that they have different colors. I like it when companies have a bronzer and it just isn't, like I said before, the universal shade that's supposed to suit everybody, because that's so not true. It has to be a magical miracle formula for that to happen. So I love when they give you different options. I love the packaging, looks so luxe, and then even on the inside it looks so luxurious, but the product itself is so smooth. This is definitely what I'm looking for my face products. They're just kind of gonna glide on and not give me trouble, or have to like kind of tug at the skin and just try to like endlessly blend it out. So I like not only the packaging, but I also like the product and the shade selection that they have. For people who don't like powder bronzers, and a lot of people like don't like powder in general, they might prefer a cream bronzer, which sometimes I do prefer, especially for my skin type. Sometimes I'll do both just so it kind of glides on a little bit better. Why not cake it out, right? But a cream bronzer that I like is the Sonia Kashuk cream bronzer. Also, they have this one, I think, in another shade. I picked up mine in the shade Warm Tan, and then they have one that's definitely a lot warmer, but I love this bronzer so much. Oh, we hit a dent. I love this, especially in the summertime, especially for me if you have dry skin. If you just want something quick and easy, you can just kind of add this and then add your powder on top. Especially if your skin's like really dehydrated, cream bronzer is definitely the way to go, and it just looks way more natural. But sometimes you like to do both, sometimes you like powder, sometimes you might not have, you know, time for cream, just because you have to blend it out a little bit better, but once you do, it looks amazing. I like to kind of add this with a stippling brush, and then you can further blend it out with a beauty blender, and it looks gorgeous. And this one definitely, the formula is really, it glides onto my face. I feel like it's not too greasy, whereas for someone with oily skin it's kind of gonna, you know, slide off, but it also doesn't tug at my skin. So I love this one. I think this one is really great for all skin types. Oldie but a goodie. This is like the ultimate baller on a budget product. This is the e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powder, and I got mine in the shade Saint Lucia. This might have been maybe too dark for me. Usually when I have a tan, I kind of go around this. I love this because this is like the ultimate dupe for the like NARS bronzing and blush duo. This is very similar to that beloved, what is it, NARS Orgasm shade, and a bronzer, but for $3 as opposed to maybe like 30 plus. And even the packaging feels like almost looks kind of similar. Something, actually, I do have NARS blushes and the yeah, blushes, and I think like eyeshadow little mini things, and they look similar, so I feel like, is that NARS or is that e.l.f.? And honestly, for $3, the quality is amazing. So if you definitely either are a beginner, you want to experiment, or you are just, you know, on a tight budget, or you just don't like spending that much on makeup, but you like makeup, but you have other things, actual responsibilities that you'd rather tend to first, then I would definitely go this route. Or if you just kind of need a makeup fix, you know, you don't have enough money to spend, but you need some makeup, I'll sometimes pick up enough product if I have that problem. But yeah, so this is definitely one that I have used, I bought, and I still use. I still kind of pick up. I love to use in affordable makeup tutorials because this is definitely a product I love and I would recommend. The next product, I want to say this is probably, if I had to recommend one contour and highlight duo highlight palette, this would be it. So this is the Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow contouring palette contour. I'm like, is it contouring palette contour or is it supposed to be highlight palette contour? I don't know. That always throws me off. I was like, did I always see that? But this duo is only $5, and they actually reformulated it to make it even better. At first I already thought like it was great, but now it's like even better for $5. Like I'm not kidding how much I love this product. Do you see I have headband, and I will continue to scrape through until I use everything. This is definitely something I just leave out on my vanity. This is my go-to for something quick, or if I definitely want to go even like a nice glam look, like this is a go-to that I know is always gonna look good. It's not gonna let me down. This is what I'm wearing right now. So underneath my eyes to highlight, I love the formula of the under eye highlight. It's not chalky, it's not cakey, it's not too over drying underneath my eyes. And then as well as the contouring shade. I have mine because they have two different options. I have mine in the shade Dulce de Leche, and they also have it in another shade as well, which is a little bit better if you have more of a tan. But I'm not lying when I say I reach for this all the time. This has been on my vanity like the past 2 weeks, and I even contoured with this product. I love it. It's so pigmented. The formula is so creamy. It's so easy to blend. Even if you don't have time to blend, it's quick to blend. And you can even just go in with the highlight just to kind of clean it up and further blend it out. This is boom bam on the go. I've been having to wake up earlier for work, but I have not gone a day without putting my face on a new job, so I definitely have to get up a little bit earlier. But this has always been, it has not failed me. I was like, I need to get my contour on. I can't go just with face powder. I cannot. Once I started with contouring, once you start, you cannot stop. So I need either like a contour or bronzer. I need definition to my face. I can't, when I don't, I'm like, oh my god. Oh, this is so round. I can't do this. But this, really quick, in and out. Honestly, I don't spend that much time. I put on my foundation, my face powder, my bronzer. Sometimes I'll do my eyebrows. If not, I'll do my eyebrows and mascara on the bust, and let's go. This is definitely, and I love how sleek it is, so it's travel friendly if you also have to do your makeup on your commute. One more bronzer. This is the Colourpop bronzer, and this one is in the shade After Party. Forget, because they don't have the names. They probably have it, someone mentioned like they probably have it on the back of the pan, but they just kind of keep it generic for like the compact. So I was like, oh, okay, I gotta pop it out or remember to label it. But After Party, these are the new bronzers that they came out with, and honestly, I have been using this as well, and I love the formula. I was like, it kind of has maybe a sheen. It's not sparkly or anything, but it glides on really, really smoothly. It gives you a nice sheen where, for me, who has dry skin, it doesn't make the powder look powdery or like it's drying on my skin. So I really do like that. And honestly, it's so smooth. You just want to like swirl your fingers on it, and it's only $6, just $6 or $7 just the pan, and $7 or $8 in the compact, which still isn't bad. If you want a compact, if you don't have like one of those like Z palettes or kind of magnetic palettes from Colourpop themselves, you can get the compact. And even the compact, the quality is really nice, and it comes with the mirror, so a really nice mirror too. I would definitely recommend the bronzers. And once again, I love that Colourpop gives such a great color selection for so many different skin. They cater to so many different skin tones, so I was able to like kind of have choices as to what I think would be best for me, and they do swatches for you so you can kind of get a better. They make it so easy for you to order online, because I know it can be kind of intimidating to order products online. Even I'll admit, I feel like for me, just years of trials and errors. That's the only way you learn what colors work for you. It's trial and error. You really just have to try it on yourself, and so I can kind of gauge what like shade I might be or what color I might prefer. But you know, for those of us who still need help, and honestly I appreciate still the swatch, because like, yes, please give me more information as to what's gonna work for me. So I always love that they do that. So I picked up the shade After Party. Now for those of you who just like want a straight up contour color, say if you have your favorite bronzer already and you just want to contour even further, sculpt out the face even more, I love doing that, slim it out, you know, type of a deal. This is actually a blush, but the shade is Taupe, and this is from NYX. I'm not sure, I think they might still sell this. Maybe they've upgraded different packaging, but as you can see, that has a dent, and this for my skin tone works perfectly. So I'll go in with my bronzer just to kind of warm up the skin, and then I'll go in like with a really slim brush just to kind of carve it out, and then blend it out with my bronzing brush and really just sculpt and shape your face, slim it down. This is the way to go. I love it. Another Drugstore contouring powder. So this has a contour powder and highlight. I don't really care for the highlight. This is the Catrice, what is this, professional contouring palette. So they have the highlight. I don't really care. I feel like the shade is a little bit too light. The formula is not bad, but I have other highlights that I prefer, which I'll share in my next video. But for contouring purposes, once again, how I use my NYX, just straight up contour powder, I will use this powder as well. I'll warm up my skin, and then I'll go in with like nice slim brush just to kind of carve out and, you know, start chiseling away, and then I'll kind of blend with that brush and further blend with a really nice fluffy brush. I know some people are like bronzing and contouring, but this is why I'm combining them both, because some people like to do one, some people just like the other, some like me who are excessive like to do both. I don't do this on a daily basis, but when I want to like glam all out, I really like, I'll see a difference in my face when I kind of do these different things. But once again, ain't nobody got time for that. Monday through Friday, this is my like weekend glam, like, hey, you got all the time in the world to do your makeup. These are the products that I go for. But Catrice you can find at Ulta, and I'll link down below the review and demo I did of this product, and the rest of the products that I've mentioned. I've probably done a review and demo on almost probably most of these products that I'm talking about right now, just so you can kind of maybe see it in action and get a little bit more in depth about it. But I just kind of want to highlight each product. That's my next video. I really just want to highlight each product here, and you can kind of, you know, get a little bit better sense as to maybe what's something you might be interested in. Maybe you're like, write some of these down, add them to your wish list. So every time you go to Target or Walgreens, or you're on the Colourpop website, you can remember to pick one of these up. And I like to give options, because a lot of people's either budget is different. What's affordable to some people might not be affordable to everybody, and or maybe you already have some of these but you don't have some of the others. So I'm just helping add to your list just a little bit more. The next contour highlights kind of combo, we have your bronzer. This is such a great deal for $6. This is the e.l.f. This is their powder highlight and contour palette. I love this guy so much. So definitely you have your powder under a highlight, you have a nice warm bronzer, and a contour shade, and even a highlight. I don't care for the highlight in this one, but the rest of these I love. The formula is great once again, but I'm just like, I don't really use it. I'll rather go into my own more specific highlight depending on what I look, or you know, what kind of tones I'm going for that day. I'll, you know, get complicated like that. But I love this for $6. The mirror is huge, and if you have their blushes or their other highlights, which I have, Jesus, no, that was my highlight palette, that's right. Oh, I was like, oh my god, I have more bronzers. No, I have a whole highlight palette from them. If you want to pop in here instead, you can kind of pop these out and customize to however you please, and just kind of make your own palette. So I love that about e.l.f. I love their prices, and this is definitely one product that I would recommend to you. If you have not tried it out, for $6 you get a nice little highlight and contour palette. And my last product I'm actually probably going to share in both videos. This is my favorite bronzer slash contours, and my favorite highlights, because both of these fall under this falls under both categories, but I will mention it briefly right now. And I will mention this is the Sonia Kashuk. This is the Pretty Cheeky palettes. I did a review and demo. Somebody mentioned that it was on sale at Target. I bought this originally for $20. Someone found it at Target for $9. So if you see it at your Target, try to get your hands on it, because this is like the one of the first fewest, if anything, highlight, contour, and blush palettes where I love all three products, and I will use all three products together. Like, I feel like I don't have to like dip into anything else unless maybe I want something more of a pinky blush or something, but normally I go for the peaches in general. But this contour shade is great. I love it. I love the formula of it. I love the smoothness. I definitely think, like, if I want like summer vibes, summer bronzer, summer contouring vibes, I will definitely go for this bronzer shade. I love the packaging. I love the mirror. I love how travel friendly it is. And I think in general, if you have not picked this out, I would definitely say pick it up. The Pretty Cheeky palettes by Sonia Kashuk. So those are some of my favorite bronzer and contouring products, and this is just from what I've tried so far. I've tried way more, and there's been some that I've liked but just didn't quite make this list. This is definitely my standout if I had to recommend. And you're like, why is there so many products? I just can't choose, and who doesn't want options, right? So definitely let me know if you guys, you know, have some of your favorite affordable, because it might not fall typically maybe drugstore, but it's affordable, and or your favorite drugstore bronzer or contour products, because I am definitely always looking. I'm always on the hunt, always wanting to try something new. I like to review stuff for you guys. I get a kick out of it. I just like, you know, yapping on talking about different things, but I do hope definitely it's very helpful for you guys. So let me know if you like these kinds of videos, and the next one, like I said, will be my favorite highlight, affordable highlight, and drugstore, my favorite affordable and drugstore highlight products. If there's any other categories you guys want me to hit soon, I will definitely start compiling a list. And then that, if anything, if I don't have much in that category, that just means I have to go out and makeup shop so that I can try more, review more, and then compile that list of favorites. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.